er ikke en lang stream. Jeg prøver bare lige. Jeg bruger for noget energi. Hvorfor bliver jeg op? Ja, det er ikke så godt. Jeg ved ikke, hvorfor jeg streamer. Jeg kunne ikke lade være. We're cooking, fam, we're cooking.
Lately, I've been revisiting an absolute childhood classic, Courage the Cowardly Dog. A Cartoon Network animated series created by John R. Dilworth that I'm sure many of you are quite familiar with. For those out there that just aren't or didn't grow up with this show, Courage the Cowardly Dog is a comedy horror series. It follows a small pink dog named Courage who was abandoned as a puppy and rescued by a sweet elderly lady named Muriel and her old bastard of a husband, Eustace. They live out in the middle of nowhere, like literally. The town they live in is actually fucking called Nowhere. It's basically a barren wasteland that is particularly prone to supernatural, oftentimes very unsettling phenomena. And as every good dog does, Courage takes it upon himself to protect his often oblivious owners against these evil forces despite his cowardly nature. It was a pretty great show. It was definitely a pretty huge source of nightmare fuel, but that was sort of part of the appeal. The children have always sort of yearned for that type of shit, you know? That's why Goosebumps and the rest of the baby's first horror content gets so damn popular. But I've always felt that Courage was really something special. The setup, the setting, the characters, and of course the endless, dark, surreal moments and imagery that have always captivated me and kept me coming back. So imagine my surprise.
Hell, even the phrase Among Us. This episode ends with number 4 defeating Ernest in a duel here, but he accidentally plays the tape recording, getting all the kids grounded, while Wallaby safely returns the vase back home, just to break it a second later. I assume Ernest is a kid and not a teenager, so I think it's pretty easy to say the kids are in the wrong for this convoluted plan to egg people's houses, as well as the other kids bringing these valuables to the field in the first place. Like, may I offer you a sphere of cork and rubber wrapped in yarn and covered with natural cowhide or synthetic composite leather? I don't know, I just feel like hitting one of these would feel way better with a bat than a vase that just breaks on impact. Episode 4B, Safari. Shots are fired at rear incessantly. Ayo. Nigel has to get his moose bump shot, but his doctor's a deranged hunter who releases Nigel into the wild of his office safari, trying to hunt him down. When Dr. Sharp corners Nigel, we learn he's actually Chester, aka the most evil character in the whole show, and he's actually creating this moose virus, not curing it, shooting Nigel and practically turning him into Bullwinkle.
What have you done to me? I'll have you know I'm a bona fide actor.
Fortunately, this body horror is just a paranoia daydream of Nigel, explaining to his mom why he can't go to the doctor, but then he walks inside the doctor's office and Chester's there waiting for him. So yeah, Nigel is probably in the right about this. Whether this was a tall tale from Nigel or not, the sight of Chester alone is enough for me to say the adults are in the wrong. Like, I've thought some villains like Mr. Boss were bad for the things they've done, like trying to send all his employees' daughters to Pluto, but Chester is like the most evil, irredeemable character of all to me. Episode 5, Naughty. Ninny's Almost Undo Greatest Holiday this year. This is the Kids Next Door Christmas episode, where we see the kids next door break into the North Pole and just tranquilize all of Santa's elves, which is a pretty shocking opening. But then we get a cute little Christmas version of the K&D theme song, and look at this. Now that's soul. When the K&D fly back to their base, we see the treehouse has been chopped clean off, and it
You said, don't lie, but you looking sexy on the magazine, but what you doing after the photos? Looks like I'll be in the covers with you practicing a new problem. I said, baby, if you wanna give you something you can hold on, you can feel for now, yeah. I said, baby, if you wanna give you something, but you only got me right now. Because I know love when it is, when it is, when it is, yeah. it's locked in. So I gently took my hand, like my mama always said, and drink it slow, take it slow. I don't got the tolerance like before. You pick me up.